everyone, just thought I'd record a quick video because I had an interesting conversation with someone recently who's been poorly, and she has this support group, or I suppose it's someone that's helping her, and this person said to her, you should learn to love your sickness. And this friend of mine said to me that she actually hated what she was going through. She hated the sickness and she was a bit confused, and she asked my opinion, and she said, what do you think? Should I love this sickness? What's your opinion? And I said, your first reaction is actually, I think, the right reaction, because she first said to me that she hated what she was going through. And I completely agree with her first reaction, because how can you fight something if you love it? And it's the same with depression. Many people learn to live with depression because, there's so many people out there saying that, depression is normal, embrace the feelings, embrace everything that's going on, because the sooner you accept it, the better you're going to feel. But just think with me for a second. If something makes you feel bad, if something makes you feel down, depleted of all your strength, of all your energy, if something's making you feel heavy, how can you learn to love that? I always tell people that learning to live with depression is like learning to live with an abusive partner. It's not okay. It's never okay. Because, why would you ever accept a partner that beats you, that mistreats you, that puts you down with words as well as, with actions and, with violence? How can that be okay? And yet that's exactly what depression is doing to people on a daily basis. Puts you down, even drives some people to suicide. Sometimes people say, I'm not depressed every day. There's times, or I go through periods. There's times when I feel okay. There's times when I'm pretty happy, or there's times when I feel really bad and, even having a breakdown. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm not criticizing you for that. If that's what you are content with, if that's what you're happy with, then that's fine. Who am I to judge you or to say anything different? But all I'm saying to people is that you have a choice. Maybe you've just decided to live with depression because you don't think there is a cure. You don't think that you can ever be better. But I'm here to tell you that actually you can get better. I've beaten depression. I've been depression free for over 23 years. And I'm not the only one. I can prove to you, if you want, I can put you in touch with so many people that have beaten depression for good. So again, to people that say, I'm okay because, it's not every day, or it's not like for long periods that I'm depressed. But again, I go back to the partner example. You have a partner that treats you well, maybe half the week, 5 days of the week, even 6 days of the week. They tell you they love you. They bring you gifts, they bring you flowers, they take you out to all these expensive restaurants, but on one day of the week, they're abusive towards you. They hit you. Is that okay? Would you put up with that? Do you think that's right? So, again, if you see depression as something that is normal, that it's a part of you, how will you ever beat it? Because it's like you feel like you're beating yourself. Do you see what I mean? You're not going to have that strength, have that drive to fight it, to overcome it. But if you see depression as something that's external, it's not you, it's not your friend, it doesn't love you, all it's trying to do is put you down, it's trying to make you feel bad, it's trying to suck the life out of you, it's trying to take all your energy. If you see it like that, like someone that's abusing you, someone that's causing you harm, you will never ever accept to put up with that. And the same way that you would defend someone that you loved if you saw them being beaten up, even if that, and I tell this, sometimes I say this in my talks, just to kind of help people to come to that conclusion, to think, if there was someone that you loved, your child, even your pet, if you saw that child or that pet being abused by someone, what would you do? Would you just watch and say, oh, please don't hurt my child, please don't hurt my pet? Even if that person was bigger than you, stronger than you, over 6 foot tall, you would jump straight in there and defend the person, the pet that you love so much. So why wouldn't you do that for yourself? Because depression is a bully. Depression hurts. Depression puts down. Depression kills if it's not dealt with. So, as I said, if you've learned to live with depression, I'm not criticizing you. I'm not saying you're a bad person. No, not at all. Actually, I think you're very strong to be able to deal with it in that way, that to be able to live that way, because I couldn't carry on living that way with depression. I couldn't take it anymore. But what I am saying to you is that you have a choice. There is a way out. You can fight depression, but first of all, the way you think about depression has to change. Something has to change up here. You have to see depression as the enemy. And when you see depression as the enemy, then you're going to find the strategies to overcome it. And if you need help with that, please do contact me. See you. I don't want people to think they have to learn to live with depression. I know there's a permanent cure. And I know sometimes many people hear that, you can manage depression or learn to live with it. And that's something that I totally disagree with, because depression is such a horrible thing to experience and to live with on a day-to-day basis, because I've been there and I know. But I also know that there is a solution, a permanent solution.
Depression has always been something, people say it's incurable. Once you get depressed, you'll never be free of it. But it's not true. You don't have to manage it. You can get rid of it, and that's why it's payback time.
Obviously, I'm taking a couple of these books today, 2 signed copies, in order to give it to some relatives of mine.
I know that this book will progress. Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. It steals too much time from people's lives. Yeah, it's about time.